What's good, YouTube, man? This is H, bro. It's also not only me, but it's also my 10th day no THC, man. I had just a quick update on this interview, John. If y'all watched my last week, I had an interview at the manufacturing plant. It went okay with the interviewing. The interviewer, I should say. I think I did okay. It wasn't a good fit, I think. According to the guy that I interviewed, only because I don't have experience in this field. But he said there was something more entry level in a different building, same manufacturing plant, but just something that he could see me being more suitable at with having the lack of experience in this field. So that being said, he referred me to another guy, another department, got an interview with them. I had a way better time interviewing with those guys. It was way easier, first of all, only because I was more comfortable going there a second time. When you do something a second time and you go to a place a second time, you talk to the receptionist a second time, you already kind of have like a new, like a rapport. You're not a new face. But it's my first time meeting these two new guys, but I answered the same kind of questions already. So I kind of had it in my head what to say, what to not, stuff that I didn't say before. I kind of was like, all right, I need to say this, because, whenever you get asked a question, you get stumped on it, and then you in the car on a ride home, like, damn, I should have said this. I didn't have that this time. I was able to kind of navigate the interview and their questions very easily, and honestly, it seemed like I gave them, without trying to be cookie cutter with it, like the answers that they were looking for. And the guys the guys were way more personable and relatable than the guy I interviewed with last week. The guy I interviewed with last week, he seemed a little bit more just kind of, I don't want to say anything bad about his personality, but he just say more straight, more cold, kind of just very black and white, pen and paper type guy. Like not very relatable. I don't know how to explain it. It's easier when you can kind of talk to the guys, you know what I mean? And like this interview, by the end of it, we're kind of asking personal questions about each other and, cracking jokes here and there. And it was just a better overall feel. I will say that. It was just a better overall environment. Seemed like a normal interaction instead of forced. I would put it that way. So that's what I'm looking for in a job, where I can be myself, not be weirded out by working with certain people that just kind of, like I like to be able to ask people and not feel kind of like, I don't want to say like a burden, but like, yeah, some people are just, you could tell they ain't want to be bothered with you, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to put it in that, like I said, the last guy wasn't nothing bad about him, but these guys were just easier to talk to. And I feel like that makes all the difference when you are interviewing or talking to somebody for the first time. First impressions are everything, man. So I think I made a good impression, first impression. It's day 10 or 11 of no THC. So hopefully, by the time I fucking have to interview or I have to do whatever onboarding shit that I have to do, if there's a drug test, man, there probably is. I might even be able to pass with my own, you know what I mean? So but I'm no longer smoking marijuana. I'm happy about that decision. I haven't had any cravings. I've been able to get more and more sleep each night, which is a blessing, man. Like, if I don't get enough sleep, I don't feel right, man. I don't know about y'all, but that's just me. Like, it fucks with my mental during the day, like the next day, if I didn't get enough sleep. I am also kind of getting over, I don't know if I'm in the middle of it or getting over like a cold. I made a big old fucking pot of chicken noodle soup with celery and vegetable carrots and all types of shit up in there, homemade, you know what I mean? That shit was good, bro. And that really did, and all the broth, you know what I mean? Vegetable broth, chicken broth, it was good, man. And yeah, I think that helped my my system kind of speed up cleaning that out, because I feel a lot better. I was in the gym yesterday for about 2 hours, man. And when I went in there, I didn't feel like it. When I woke up this morning, I kind of felt like shit. Like something about overnight, it all clogs up in my face. I don't know what that is, but that's what happens. So, other than that, man, life is good. God is good. My daughter is good. You know what I'm saying? I'm healthy that I know of. I can't really complain about much right now. Only way to go up from where I'm at right now is, or only way to go from where I'm at right now is up. So that's how I'm looking at it. You know what I mean? Like I had to restart, change my environment, find new connections. And I had to, you know, financially had to take that L where I'm like, okay, I got to stay with some family. I mean, I got to stay with my mom, my dad or stepdad, and my brothers, all at the family crib, because you know what I mean, it got tough, and I wasn't making the right moves with my bread at the same time, you know. And everything's a learning experience, man. Like, and also is not also the setback, it's the get back. That's always what I've heard. Somebody told me that first time I was in jail. It's not the setback that the man has, it's the get back that counts. It's his, you know. So, and I fuck with that. You know what I mean? Like that stuck with me. I forget the dude's even name that said that to me, but I could see his face saying it to me today. And he was like an older Muslim dude, face tats and everything, doing more time than I ever have, probably. I don't know. I don't know. He was in on a transfer. Who cares? I'm getting off topic. At the same time, man, I'm blessed that I got the interview with these guys that seemed like they are looking for good people and want to hire people. And it seems like because in their department they said they're like a little behind, and they're behind even on hiring. They needed people yesterday, you know what I mean? So I'm confident enough that I did good in this interview, and that I might get the job. I might get hired, you know what I mean? And it doesn't hurt that my stepdad works there and put in a good word for me. The guy that interviewed me actually was like asking about me, like, hey, is he still smoking pot? You know what I mean? Shit like that. When my stepdad asked my stepdad about me. And my stepdad was like, no, he said he could. You know what I mean? So good looking out. I mean, like, and I did. I quit recently, very recently. But imagine if I would have stayed 100% clean, man. No smoking here or there, or no. I started smoking every day at one point again, and for a couple months. So it's like, imagine if I didn't do that, I would be not even have nothing to worry about when it came to drug tests. I piss right now, right in front of you. But now it's like, oh man, I hope I'm good by the time I have to go, or if not, I'm gonna have to, you know, figure something out. I don't know, you know what I mean? So from here on out, I feel like the worst I can really allow myself to do is drink a little beer. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, if that's the worst I'm doing, get over it, bro. Like, I'm not doing cocaine anymore. I'm not doing perks or Xans or heroin or fentanyl. I'm not doing any of that shit. Not that I ever did fentanyl that I know of. I mean, shit, that's the scary thing about drugs. You don't know what you're doing if you don't test them. Back when I used to do powder coke, and when I used to sell it, I was one of those people who was very careful, and I would order testers. I would test my drugs to make sure there was no fentanyl in it. But if you got to do that, then should you even be, you know what I mean? Like, should you even be doing it? Why are you doing it? Yeah, so that being said, man, like, I'm about to go have a beer too, just to kind of like, I'm not celebrating, but I think I did good. I think I did good, and I think I got the job. And I hope I did. So, and I asked them when I would hear something, and they said in the next week or so. So, you know, hopefully that's true. You know, hopefully I'm hearing that I got it, you know. Oh, that's cool. They got a deck. They got a 2-story deck out back, like a regular house. That's cool. So yeah, YouTube, it's been real, man. Like I said, I'm still on this. I'm on the wagon. You know what I mean? When it comes to having a good mindset of sobriety and wanting to be like, just go forward and like be a normal person. You know what I mean? Not that people who smoke aren't normal people, because they are. I was one of them for years. But I want to have my regular, clear brain without having to rely on something to go to sleep, to have fun, to go hang out with family, to take my kid to the park. Just all this dumb shit that it was really getting in the way of at the end of the day. Because it's still like, even though I can function, I can physically function and go and do things and get stuff done to the best of my ability, I would say no. Because even if I am not lacking in a certain department, I still have to take the time aside to go do this one thing before I get other things done. And that's just some guy said it the best. I watch him on YouTube as well, the addiction mindset guy. It's like, I got tired of having to ask for permission to go enjoy myself. You have to have permission from this substance to go do something before you do a basic everyday thing, whether it's work or leisure. You're asking permission for this from this substance first to be able to think you can go ahead and do it. And that be, whether it be whatever your poison is, pick your poison, weed, alcohol, whatever, drugs, coke, pills, you know, kratom, 7-0. I did have a 7-0 addiction for a little bit. That's a whole nother video that I really haven't talked about, to be honest. It wasn't that long. It wasn't that long of a time, but when I realized I was addicted to it, I was getting those addiction traits. Like, I'm craving it. I'm wondering when the next time I'm doing. I'm making sure I can go to the smoke shop and grab it and have it. And all of a sudden, one day I didn't have it. I thought I'd be cool. Now I got to go get it. Or, you know, you just don't make it through the day without doing it. It's addiction, buddy. You know, and not to mention, I'm glad I didn't get too far into that, because, bruh, I hear the worst about that. I hear it's basically just like withdrawal from dope, fentanyl, heroin, whatever. I hear it's just as bad when you get really into it. And thank God I didn't get to that point, because I don't know if I would have been able to stop without going to treatment, because some people have to go to treatment for fucking 7-0. And it sounds crazy, but this shit is an opiate. This shit does exactly what opiates do. I don't want to hear that shit. It's a partial agonist. It only does this and that. Nah, man. When I did that stuff, I felt straight up like I was on dope sometimes. You do whatever amount of milligrams that your body makes you get that good feeling, and that shit is just like dope or perks or whatever, whatever. And it's not good. It happens pretty quick. So that being said, I'm not doing any of that. I'm not knocking anybody who has an addiction with that, because it is tough and it sneaks up on you. But my wholehearted advice is to not try it. If you haven't tried 7-0, don't try it. You're not missing anything. Good, trust me. You're better off smoking marijuana. You're better off drinking a beer, because it's just a rapid, crazy addiction that you just don't see coming. And it feels good, man. Like you really just, yeah. Thinking about it now, like, even though I hate the fact that I did it, you could just go through your whole day with this like foggy bliss. Like you just didn't care about anything. Like that was the only good thing about it. You just didn't care about it. Like if something inconvenienced you, you didn't care because you were high as fuck on 7-0. That's not good because then you're not dealing with whatever's happening, whatever problems you're having. You're just, oh, I'm high, so I don't care. Nah, man, that's not the way to go about it. So I know that, been known that, always have known that. Sometimes taking your own advice is the hardest, and I did learn before it spiraled out of control. But so back to everything else, man. Like I've been on my guitar a lot more. I've been making these videos consistently. Those are the upsides of being sober, man. And not having your day consumed by smoking and then being high and then, you know, smelling like it and just, I don't know. It's just like, I know it's like legal in more than half the country now. Most people don't care. If you're a regular person, you don't really care if it doesn't affect you. So, I mean, whoever does whatever they want to do, it's not affecting me. If it's not affecting me and it's not affecting the people around me or them, go crazy, you know? And weed is one of those drugs. And I did say drug. Weed is a drug, for everybody listening. Sorry to tell you, anything that alters your state of mind is a drug. They call caffeine a drug. It's a drug. It does something to your psychoactive, stimulates you, puts you down, psychedelic, whatever. You can call it a medicine, but medicines are called pharmaceutical what? Drugs. So there's that. Other than that, man, it's a good day. It's been a good week. I don't have any regrets on quitting. And I really hope I'm good. I'm locked in this time. And I think, you know what, if I get this job, I hope I do. And that will be a major motivation to stay off the grass, because they do randoms. You know, when you first drug test, cool, you pass, but if you get in there and there's quarterly random drug tests and you know, you're the new guy, whatever, probably more likely to get tested than the guy that's been there for 20 years. I don't know. But that in the back of my mind, I think would just keep me from going back once I'm in there, because I need my money. You know what I'm saying? I need my bread, and I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to move up. So that being said, y'all, pray for me, fingers crossed, whatever you do, and that I get this job, and because it's a good opportunity, man. I could just see the potential. I could even see me working with these two guys that I just talked to. So that's a big thing going in. So that being said, if y'all watching, like, subscribe, do the whole whatever YouTubers say. And if you are watching, I appreciate you. I love y'all. And stay up, stay blessed.